I just finished the Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, and honestly, it completely shifted how I think about money. This isn't your typical boring finance book. It's more like a wake-up call wrapped in practical steps that actually make sense. What really struck me about this book is how Ramsey doesn't sugarcoat anything. He comes right out and says that most of us are doing money all wrong, and he's not afraid to call out the cultural myths we've bought into, like debt being a tool or needing a credit card to function in society. Dave Ramsey has this straightforward, no-nonsense style that feels like tough love from someone who genuinely wants you to succeed. He's been bankrupt himself, lost everything, and rebuilt his life using the exact principles he teaches in this book. That authenticity made everything he said hit differently for me. I found myself nodding along, sometimes cringing at my own financial mistakes, but mostly feeling this surge of hope that I could actually take control of my money instead of constantly wondering where it all went. The book isn't about getting rich quick. It's about building financial fitness step by step, and Ramsey makes it feel achievable even if you're starting from zero or worse, buried in debt. The heart of the book is what Dave calls the baby steps. 7 sequential steps designed to take you from financial chaos to financial peace. One thing I loved about this approach is how it breaks down this overwhelming topic into manageable chunks. You don't have to do everything at once, which honestly made me feel like I could actually start today. Baby step 1 is saving $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. Ramsey explains that this isn't your full emergency fund. It's just enough to handle life's little surprises, so you don't keep going deeper into debt every time something breaks. What really resonated with me here was his intensity about doing this quickly, like selling stuff or working extra hours. He calls it gazelle intensity, and I got it. You need that fire to actually change. Baby step 2 is where things get real, paying off all debt except your house using the debt snowball method. This was probably the most controversial part for me at first. Dave tells you to list your debts from smallest to largest and attack the smallest one first, regardless of interest rate. Mathematically, it made more sense to me to pay off high-interest debt first, but Ramsey argues that personal finance is more behavioral than mathematical. You need those quick wins, those small debts paid off completely, to stay motivated. And honestly, after thinking about all the times I've started and stopped financial plans, I realized he's probably right. Momentum matters more than perfect math. Once you're debt-free, except for your mortgage, baby step 3 is building a fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses. This is your real protection against life's storms, job loss, medical emergencies, major car repairs. I found this step both terrifying and exciting because it seems like so much money, but Dave Ramsey breaks down exactly how to get there. Baby steps. 4, 5, and 6 happen simultaneously. Investing 15% of your household income into retirement, saving for your kids' college, and paying off your home early. What struck me here was the order: retirement before college savings. Ramsey's logic is simple. Your kids can get scholarships and work their way through school, but nobody's giving you a scholarship for retirement. Finally, baby step 7 is building wealth and giving generously. This is where you're completely debt-free, including your house, and can actually live and give like no one else. Throughout the book, Dave hammers home some core principles that really challenged my thinking. He's adamantly anti-debt, calling it the enemy of your income. He debunks myths about car payments being normal, credit cards being necessary, and debt being a tool for wealth building. Instead, he advocates for what he calls living like no one else now, so later you can live and give like no one else. Looking back on this book, I realize it's not just about money. It's about changing your entire relationship with financial security and freedom. What could this mean for someone's everyday life? Honestly, everything. Imagine not feeling that knot in your stomach when unexpected expenses pop up. Picture actually keeping the money you earn instead of sending it all to credit card companies and loan payments. Think about being able to give generously without guilt, or retire with dignity, or help your kids without going broke yourself. The Total Money Makeover isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-out-of-debt and stay-out plan that requires discipline, sacrifice, and what Ramsey calls gazelle intensity. But I found it incredibly empowering because it's so concrete. You know exactly what to do next, and you can measure your progress every single month. For anyone feeling overwhelmed by money, buried in debt, or just wondering why they can't seem to get ahead despite making decent income, this book offers a clear path forward. It changed how I see every purchase, every debt payment, and every financial decision. Most importantly, it gave me hope that financial peace isn't just for other people. It's achievable for anyone willing to follow the plan. If you found this summary helpful and want more book breakdowns like this, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments which book you'd like me to cover next.